Hey guys, welcome back to Nicsminibikes. Today we're just going to do a quick little video on setting valve lash on a GX390. Should be pretty close to the same on any of them, Predator 212s and 224s. Just might have a little bit different lash adjusters on your rocker arms, but for the most part it'll be pretty much the same thing. So here's the GX390 getting its valve lash set. Alright guys, so we're going to set valve lash on this GX390. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take this valve cover off. As you can see, we got a little bit of trouble going on there. We'll pull that spark plug out so we can get it to top dead center. We'll just take a screwdriver, we'll drop it down in that spark plug hole. Then we'll pull the pull starter, and we'll watch that screwdriver come to the top. Right about there should be good. Then we'll break loose both of these valve retainers. We'll get this rocker arm set back into place. We'll just snug the adjuster down. And we'll cycle the engine again. So that piston will drop. Come back up. And we want to watch our valves move. So there's our intake. And I saw the compression release. We'll just cycle it one more time. So the exhaust. There goes the intake stroke. And there's our compression release. Alright, so we got that set at top dead center. We saw both valve cycle, and we saw our compression release cycle. So we know we're on the compression stroke. Now we'll just back these off a little bit. I'm going to set our valves to 3 thou. No matter which one you start with, just slide your feeler gauge on top of the spring there. Tighten your adjuster, the one that takes the 14 millimeter, until you get a little bit of drag. Then you want to hold your adjuster, which in this case is a 14 millimeter. Tighten your lock nut, which is a 10. And when you do that, sometimes it'll tighten back up. See, that's too tight. So we'll back off the lock nut. Back off the adjuster. Tighten back up that lock nut. Too tight again. You just got to keep going until you get it. There we go. A little bit of drag, not much. So there's our exhaust. Now we'll set our intake. And it'll go the same way. 3 thou filler gauge in there. Turn the big one until you drag. Drag and then back it off a little bit. So it's loose. It's a loose 3 thou. Hold your 14, tighten down your 10. And it's tight, so we'll loosen this back up. A little more. That way when we tighten this one, that's good. There's 3 thou. Intake and exhaust. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate the motor a few times. Now we'll watch for the compression release on the exhaust. The exhaust cycle, there's the intake cycle, and there goes the compression release. So right there, that piston should be at the top, and it is. We'll check for 3 thou again on both of them. Good. That exhaust is good. So there you go. There is how to set your valves on a GX390.